My name's Chris Bechtold, and this is a Diamond 4D ranch, and we raise bison outside of Choteau, Montana. Well, I'm the ranch manager, so I kind of oversee daily operations for the bison herd and for the ranch in general. So we are on the Rocky Mountain front. We're kind of the southern end of the Rocky Mountain front, and it's can be a pretty harsh landscape, but it's a very beautiful landscape. And so we are lucky in that this area still has everything that it had when Lewis and Clark came through. We've got elk and deer and bighorn sheep and antelope and mountain goats and mountain lions and wolves and grizzly bears, black bears, you name it. It's all still here, and all of that wildlife is still, on this ranch. We still see those animals moving across this landscape. So it kind of makes it a little enchanting, because we have bison on this landscape now too, and for us it's kind of our own little Yellowstone right here. Bison seem to be a good fit for the ruggedness of our landscape, the harshness of the weather, and for the limited amounts of feed that we could grow on this particular ranch, and the difficulty of getting around on it. So we thought, let's try bison. Let's go out on a limb and see if this works. We also have a bit of a responsibility to the landscape to not lock wildlife in or out. Of course, bison have a reputation, like I was saying before. So what we're trying to do is find this fine line where our bison are staying where we want them to be, but we're allowing our wildlife to work through the ranch. One of our goals in the ranch is to work with wildlife and not against them. And so I think we've done a good job of it. I always kind of compare them to horses, because, if you've looked at a big herd of horses, you've kind of got your old bell mare, who's number one, and then there's a number two and number three and number four and all the way down the line. There's not like 5 leaders. There's a leader, and then there's a hierarchy. And that same thing takes place for the most part within this bison herd too. Some of these cows are my leaders, and it's more of a dominant subordinate thing, but there's a pecking order throughout that herd, and that's a vital part of managing these animals too, that if you can convince those older lead cows that this is a good thing, everybody else is going to follow. Montana has a contentious relationship with bison. There's a lot goes on with bison, and a lot of politics surrounding bison. Montana still has these issues surrounding this animal. We don't want to get hung up and lump it all together, because we are ranching. There are the wild bison of Yellowstone, which are an iconic symbol of the West, and we look at them and this is amazing. They're wild, and we like to envision them across the entire prairie. But we also have to look at them as this is also a very good way for people to make a living off of their land. Anywhere in the world, you meet somebody and you show them a picture of a buffalo, they think of America and the West.